Hello, and thanks for watching. There are some interesting things going on in the Edmonton real estate market right now, and we're really excited to share our insights with you. My name is Sara MacLennan. I'm the marketing director at Live Real Estate, and I've been blogging about our real estate market for 15 years now. I'm joined by Live Real Estate agent Kaelyn Kowalchuk, who is also the president of the Horse Hill Community League in Northeast Edmonton. Thank you for joining me, Kaelyn.
Thank you for having me, Sara.
If you have any questions while we discuss the real estate market, please type them in the comment section and we'll do our best to answer them if we can. If not, we'll answer them after the broadcast. So I'm going to focus on the stats, and Kaelyn is going to bring the real insight into the discussion and share what it's really like buying and selling real estate in Edmonton right now. So Kaelyn, what trends are you seeing in the market right now?
So the trends that I'm seeing in the market are just like everyday spring market. So your single family homes are going into multiple offers quite quickly. So at the beginning of COVID, we were doing like virtual tours for safety and being like, here's the home, I'll preview it for you. And if you want to see it, we can see it together after. But now we are doing virtual tours just to get into the house fast enough before it goes into multiple offers.
Wow.
So I am finding that doing quite a few of those lately, just because everyone's busy with summer activities and with their kids and stuff. And then also with the financing being so low for interest rates, I'm finding that a lot of students are looking to purchase a home and pay low mortgage amounts instead of renting.
Wow.
So under 200 is quite hot as well near the universities.
The university, and they're looking at condos or
houses.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of homes in Alberta Avenue are going up pretty quickly.
Okay. Well, statistically speaking, the biggest change that I saw in June was a shift to a seller's market. So I'm just going to, oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. A seller's market is considered when we have less than 4 months of supply of homes on the market. That generally suggests that sellers have the upper hand in negotiations. The interesting thing is that we haven't been in a seller's market in Edmonton since July of 2015. What has this shift meant for your clients, Kaelyn?
So with the virtual tours, getting in on day one, just in our community alone, there were 54 sold homes in the past 30 days, and 9 of them went into multiple offers, and 24 of them sold under 30 days. So for the sellers, I noticed on my listings as well, we had a townhome that when we listed it, there were about 4 or 5 others in the complex that were for sale for over 110 days, the day that we listed. And we got an offer on day one, and then we got multiple offers coming in, even though the buyers were satisfying their conditions, the buyers were still coming in, being like, there's not a lot on the market right now, so we're just going to test our luck and hope that their first offer falls apart. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Lots of backup offers, I guess, too, hey?
Yes.
And people get confused between multiple offers and backup offers and all these kinds of situations. So I think it's really, really important at this time that you're working with an agent who knows what's going on in the market that you're looking at, and can explain all of these things to you and set the best strategies for you as a buyer.
100%.
Looking at the different segments of the market, we always see that different segments move differently, and in particular, different price ranges. So you can see that the demand for affordable homes was even greater in June than it was in May. So we are looking at less than 3 months of supply of homes under $400,000. You'll also notice, looking at this chart, the red bars are June and the teal bars are May. The supply of homes dropped in every price range in June compared to May.
Wow.
What is motivating people to buy and sell real estate in Edmonton right now?
I think there's quite a few motivations. Like you have the tighter financing with CMHC that just started on July 1st. We have COVID as well, so tighter financing paperwork, your jobs, no overtime hours. Like there's a lot more restrictions on that. A delayed spring market. You have your schools that start up in September, and then there's also that potential of like what's going to happen in the winter. Like, is it going to be a replay of March? So I think that people are trying to like get in as fast as possible and secure their homes.
If you watched our broadcast last month, you may recall my analogy that COVID created a bit of a dam. It was holding people back from entering the market in March and April. In May, activity increased, but the number of new listings was still below normal levels, and many buyers couldn't find what they were looking for. In June, the dam broke open, and we saw plenty of new inventory. Buyers flooded into the market. Sales were up 13% in June compared to last year and were well above normal levels. Have you noticed a change in demand for certain features in homes or certain types of properties?
Yes, definitely location to the universities from a lot of my clients for the students. So location to their schools, but there are also a lot of clients that are working from home right now. So they are willing to sacrifice their travel to work because it doesn't really apply anymore to find a home that they can spend like 5 to 10 years in. So like if they have like three cars, a garage is awesome. Whereas you couldn't get a big garage for close to your work. So
Right.
things like that. That's lots of natural light, office space for sure. Like we're looking at places, like when we look at them, we're looking like where can we put an office desk? So
yeah. Oh, I can totally see that. So are people changing bedrooms into offices? Are they wanting more bedrooms or changing their dining room to offices?
yeah, so dining rooms to offices, more bedrooms above grade. And if they have a den on the main floor, that is perfect. But the buyers are definitely upping their budget to get as much as they can.
Yeah, we've definitely noticed that there's a lot more interest on our website on acreages. So I think some people maybe are considering moving out to have more space. Oh, and Sheldon just commented, what about yard spaces and acreages? Great minds think alike. Are yards a priority, or is it more convenience to certain outdoor locations?
Yards for sure. A lot of
Yeah.
people are looking to back onto like a river valley or like a park because they do spend a lot more time inside. So for sure, yard is a huge thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some concern that we may be restricted to our homes again, possibly in the fall or in the winter, and having that your own private space where your kids can run around, or your dogs, or yourself can get the time outside. It's becoming a big priority for people.
Mm-hmm. Along also for gardening as well. Like I noticed in our community, we
Yeah.
started a gardening committee, and the city of Edmonton provided pop-up gardens. So that's a new pilot project, but a lot of our community members are building gardens in their backyards. So
Right.
I think food, because of the beginning of the year, food in short supply is a huge thing for families as well.
I think also we're spending a little more time at home. My garden's never looked better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so back on to the market. Since 2016, the biggest impact or the biggest influence on our market has been the higher than normal level of inventory. Buyers, for the most part, have been in the driver's seat, and this has impacted prices. We are now sitting with basically normal inventory levels for this time of year. So the big question is, what's going to happen in the coming months? Well, this is what I know. Sales continued to climb on a weekly basis last week, hitting a weekly high we haven't seen since June of 2015. And by the way, I post weekly updates every Friday on our blog at liverealestateblog.com. Traffic to our website is up 70% higher than last year at this time, and it has surpassed all previous records by at least 50%. And we're not talking about a small amount of traffic. Our website gets, we're over 5 million page views now, about 350,000 user sessions a month. The inquiries on our listings have started to drop slightly over the past week, but we are still well ahead of normal levels. And that's very typical in July. People go on holidays, people are out camping. Even if we can't take our trip to Europe, we can still travel all around our beautiful province. And it takes the focus away from real estate a little bit. However, this year we've seen the spring market has been pushed into June and July. So I do expect that July is still going to be very busy. The employment rate, however, unemployment rate sits at 15.5%. And while the government has announced plans for infrastructure spending and corporate tax cuts, a recession is still expected. I'm just going to put up the most recent unemployment chart. And so you can see that it's literally gone off the charts. I do expect that inventory will start to rise and we will move back into a buyer's market in the not too distant future. The good news is mortgage rates are not expected to increase, so buyers will have more to choose from and more negotiating power in the coming months. We have a couple of questions here. How long does it take buyers to adjust to the fast pace of sales right now?
I think it's all dependent on their comfort level. So it depends on how fast they want to move, how comfortable they are being in like stressful situations. But I think once you start telling them that literally every single home is pending, they start to pick it up and then they're ready to go. So maybe like a week or two.
Wow, that's quick. Have you noticed? I know in past markets where it's gotten really hot, we've had buyers maybe take a few tries, they get stuck in multiple offer situations, and then by the third or fourth time, they're like, okay, we're getting this one. Is that still happening? Yeah.
Yeah, we had one that just they found it and it matched everything on their list and they were super excited. And we won the multiple offer, but then they got cold feet because they were so stressed because it was so fast.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think that they just got to get used to the process, and yeah, it takes a couple tries, but you become a pro at the end.
You always end up in the right one.
Exactly. Yeah.
And is this the peak of the market for the year? I feel the peak is usually in May or June. I have a feeling this year it might be in July. What do you think about that? Yeah. What opportunities do you see in the Edmonton real estate market right now for buyers and sellers?
Well, multiple offers for the sellers. Also, just like a little, if you like to take risks and you're looking for deals, I guess Court of Queen's Bench foreclosures are a great deal because they've been on the market for so long because the courts have been closed. So you might be able to find like a good deal on one of those homes just because they've been on the market that no one knows about, kind of thing. So foreclosures, yeah.
Foreclosures have their risks as well.
They do, yeah.
How does someone go about finding foreclosures?
Oh, you hire an awesome real estate agent and you find them.
Well, that about sums up what my stats. Was there any final things you wanted to mention before we close it off?
No, I think that is everything. Just everyone have a great summer and enjoy the weather before it rains a lot. And
it never stopped raining. All right, well, that about sums it up for this month. Thank you again for watching. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Post your questions in the comments and we'll get them answered as soon as we can. And as always, check out the best home search in Edmonton at edmontonrealestate.pro and love where you live.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.